So when I first came to Mount, I was part of the cross country and track team, and I was injured a lot, and it kind of just brought me away from the rest of the team, even though I was on there. My workouts were scheduled differently. I had to do a lot of pull workouts. I was on the bike while everyone else was running and getting that sense of bonding. However, my second year, my second year, we started using an app called Strava, and it helped me a lot more because I could connect with my peers and my teammates through workouts, and it brought like the team together. So through that, I found like some of my best friends, and it was all through that. I never really got to run with them much, but because we could share our experiences together, we became really close. So in 2009, Gamey and Harvath created the app Strava, and its general purpose was to bring people together through different types of exercise. And in the beginning, it started off with just like walking or running or swimming, but then it became like huge. So there's things like surfboarding and surfing and rock climbing. So like any exercise that you can name of, they created it in there so they can track your exercise. So this app is free, and you can do a lot of things with it just being free. A lot of teams use it, and because it is and it's easy to track things. However, if you wanted like a more personalized experience, people get subscriptions. And for me personally, since I got injured a lot, it helped because it told me based on what I was doing, how I was gonna get injured. So if you wanted a more personalized experience, then that's how you do that. And also, it creates its revenue because there's a lot of pro cyclists and marathon runners that go on here, and whenever they post things, then other people follow them, and they create like money that way because like the Olympics, for example, a lot of people follow them, and so through that Strava pays. So the users of this, anybody can use it. It's not limited to anyone, except there is an age restriction for 16-year-olds and under, just because of privacy issues, because it does track your heart rate, and technically you cannot give any medical records out without parental permission. So it does limit that, but they can still use it. It's just some things are limited. And then also, like I said before, a lot of teams use this. So even though anybody can use it, a lot of teams are heading in that direction. So schools like Kent State, Youngstown, Mount Union, they use this app in order to see each other's workouts that they're doing and to improve. So the business apps says that Strava is available in 195 countries, and that 20% of the users are in the US. And I found it really cool because in just 2020 alone, there was over 1 billion activities reported, and we were in the midst of a pandemic, and everybody was trying to figure out what to do, and it was just crazy to see like how many people were still going out and doing things even though we were kind of stuck, not being able to do the activities that we'd normally want to do. So like every application, there's some good and bad to it. I think there's a lot more good to it. So just like keeping up with your friends, and they can hold you accountable to it. So whenever somebody's posting on there and you're not doing like the workout, they can keep you accountable and try to figure out like what's going on and keep you in that routine. And then the feeling of accomplishment. So Strava has built-in challenges. They can either be group challenges or individualized. So for example, you can sign up for virtual 5Ks or marathons, and you're not necessarily with other people, but they have a set day that you do it, you go and do that run, and then you go back and they have like a leadership board, and you can see the different places that you have, even though you're not all together. And then there's like more individualized ones where for a month you have to like work out 3 times a week, and then it always like keep you boosted to keep doing what you want. And then for the cons of it is the lack of privacy. I did mention before about like how for 16-year-olds, they do restrict some of that, but there was also another issue where since it is GPS monitored, whenever you upload your activity, it can see exactly where you ran or exactly where you biked or anything like that. And whenever you go down into it, you can see the exact spot where you're at. And some people don't like knowing where other people are at. And there is a feature where you can like turn off like your exact location, but however, it's a little over of like a half mile. So it's not enough to not see where you're at. You can still basically see the general vicinity. And then a problem is a fear of judgment. So you're putting yourself out there, and once you do a workout, you can feel very like proud of yourself. But once you go on there and you see other people doing things that you may feel are better than yours, you could feel like it wasn't worth it, and like you should stop. Which brings me into like it's like another highlight reel. So some people only put their best activities out there. They could have a good day, they could have a good run one day and then a terrible run the next, but they're only posting like their good things. So it's almost like an Instagram, like you're only seeing the good side of it, which goes back into the fear of judgment. So next is the impact of it. Oh, no, I put the, sorry. So next is like the demonstration of like what the page would look like. So this is mine. You can like post pictures of like things that you did. So like I would go on walks with my dog. It's kind of like an Instagram, but just for like whatever workout you want to do. And then it has like your activities, and like people can follow you. You can also put like, you don't have to have it open to everyone. You can have them like accept you. And then, so it has like all your activities and your statistics, and then a trophy case. So whenever you complete your activities, it gives you a trophy, and like that's a little motivation. And then it tells you your like all-time stats. So for an example, I went to like a workout that I did. So it gives like the distance that you went, the pace that you did, your moving time, the calories that you did. And then it goes into like who liked your posts, and they can also put like comments on there to help you. So it's almost like, so it's really easy to use, because it's just like, if you know how to use Instagram, then it's pretty simple to do this. So this is what I was talking about the location. So in the standard, you have the broad version where you can kind of see like there's buildings around, but you can go all the way into the hybrid where you can go down to like the road that you ran on, which might be nice for you if you're trying to rerun a workout, but for other people to see, it could cause some problems, which is why they also put that age restriction thing. So like for 16-year-olds and stuff like that, they don't put that because they can't give out that information. So I use Strava because it's like cost affordable, and even with like the subscription, it's like not that expensive. And it's like found to like improve, like it can improve like your mental and physical health because you're exercising, so physically, but like mentally, like if you're struggling one day and you like post it and you can like talk to other people about it, then you can like encourage each other and boost each other up. And then you can also like create friendships out of it, because you can find someone who does like, who's in like the same like pace range as you, or who has like the same like injury prone as you, or anything like that. Thank you.